Hey, what's up guys? John from Mongo Fishing. Time for another tournament video. Now you guys know that have been with the channel for a while that regardless if I do well or if I suck, I still put the tournament video out. This is no exception. Hey, if you're into that sort of stuff, guys, seeing success and failure, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right down there along with the bell notification button so you get notified every single time I put out another video. This is the last regular season BFL of the year. You know, those of you that have been with the channel for a while know I fish 3 different leagues. I fish the Major League Fishing, Bass Fishing League, BFLs. In the Arky division, I fish TBF of Arkansas, the Bass Federation of Arkansas. That league is already done and over with for the year. And then the other league I fish is the Bass Nation Anvil Jaw Club here in Arkansas. I have one more video coming out from them. But this is the last BFL of the year. On Lake Hamilton, I dropped the practice video last week. Now, none of that footage was from the week of the BFL. That was practice leading up to that week. The week of the BFL, I actually didn't run cameras at all. And the reason for that is because I didn't run hooks every single day. I just didn't really see a point in doing a tournament video, or sorry, a practice video where I was intentionally not catching fish. So that's why I didn't film it. But anyway, so we'll get into the video and then we'll come back and discuss statistics and go from there. Actually, before we even get into it, so one thing I noticed in practice, the very last day of practice, I was running no hooks at all, like throwing a whopper plopper with no hooks, buzz bait with the hook completely buried so a fish couldn't get it, etc. One thing I noticed is that I wasn't getting the bites that I was in previous days of practice. And so I went and checked a few areas and found that all the bait that I had located in previous days of practice, in the previous weeks leading up to that, all that bait was gone. So like, for example, I ran up in Hot Springs Creek and I knew about 25 to 30% of the field was going to go up in there. And I knew that if I had a low boat number that I'd think about going there. And if I had a high boat number that I wouldn't. Well, I ran up in Hot Springs Creek and all the bait that was there was gone. Some of it was there, but most of it was gone in the areas that it had been previously sitting at before. So I knew that was going to change the game plan for a lot of people. It was going to make a lot of people suffer because they may not have realized it. So I changed my game plan and went with something else. But anyway, let's get into this and then we'll come back. So here we go. Hey, what's up guys? John from Mongo Fishing. So today is the last BFL of the season, the last regular season event. I'm sitting in like 77th place in overall standings. Absolute garbage for the season. But the top 45 at the end of today's, like top 45 for the season after today's event, move on to the regionals. So I'm gonna have to have an amazing tournament in order to make that. If I don't, then I'll just have to go on to the BFL wildcard. We're out here in Lake Hamilton. Practice has been really spotty, do really well one day, do absolute trash the next. Overcast. I mean, it's ideal conditions for what I want to do, and that's probably throw a buzz bait almost all day. I got my co-angler Ethan. Say what's up, Ethan. This is his first BFL, so hopefully I can get him on some fish too. And but regardless, we're gonna go out there, have fun, and just fish. So let's stick some lips. So this is like a little point that comes way out. That's why I'm not hugging the bank too close, because it gets super skinny up there. I mean, the bass will get up on the bank. They'll blow the shad up against that seawall, but they'll also sit out here because we're still in like 1.5 feet of water. It's still shallow. So you really have no idea where they're at. And it looks kind of like dead and no grass and nothing like that, but they get up in this. I don't know why. There you go. That's about where I lost that big one the other day. Need net, or are you gonna boat flip them? There you go. That's the one I was looking for.
I can see through that water.
You didn't see him, right? That's what I was saying. I knew there was a big one over here. That's why we pulled over here, because that's why I made that cast like so many times right there. Yeah, we got a long day. I would have rather had an earlier number and a short day though, because there's like a dead window from like I don't know, 9:30 to 2, it seems like. I did get one at like 1 o'clock the other day, but for the most part, it seems like about 9:30 until 2 o'clock, it's just dead. You can fish anything and everything and not get bit. There we go. I'll boat flip. Stay pegged. I don't know if you're gonna keep. You're gonna be close. Oh wow, bro, you're 14. You're a little bigger than I thought you were. You're about a pound and a quarter. Don't worry about freaking cull tags and shit if I get 5. Okay. Hey, bump it. We both got the skunk off. All right, guys, update. It is 8:53. We both have one. Keep fishing. Hey guys, so the camera's been off like, I don't know, forever. I just caught my second fish. It's literally 2:03. I just caught my second fish. It's a decent fish, probably 2.5 or 3 pounder. That's certainly gonna help. But there's still only 2. Need 5. Anyway, keep fishing. Oh, Ethan's got 1 also. Keep fishing. So update, it is, I just changed out batteries again. It's 2:17. No changes, I got 2. Ethan's got 1. Keep fishing. Fish. No, but a keeper. Let's net him.
Probably extend this net. Make it a lot easier.
Just set it down. All right, that's 3. He's a keeper for sure. All right, guys, so there you have it. I didn't record any of the weigh-in. I was having battery problems again, and you'll see with my next tournament videos that are coming out, that plagued me quite a bit after that, and I'm still trying to figure out the problem. But, so no weigh-in footage. But let's get into statistics. So, there was 113 boaters and 106 co-anglers. That means that some of the guys were boat on boat draw. Luckily, I wasn't because I was linked with someone. So I had a co-angler. My co-angler, Ethan, that was his very first BFL ever. On the boater side, the way this works is everybody fishes day 1, top 20% fish day 2. So the day 2 cut, in order to fish day 2, was 7 pounds 4 ounces. If you made the day 2 cut, then you were guaranteed to get a check. So those guys, so the weights are going to be way higher because of that, right? So what it took was 23:09 to win. The lowest weight after 2 days was 8:03. It took 7:04 to make the day 2 cut. I finished in 33rd with 6:03, so I missed it by 1 pound 1 ounce. There were 15 people that zeroed on the boater side at 113 boats. On the co-angler side, it took 15:06 to win between the 2 days. It took 3:05 to make the day 2 cut, and a lot of guys on the day 2 cut zeroed, so it took 3:05 to cash a check basically. Ethan had 1 fish for 2 pounds even, finished in 41st. 42 of the 106 co-anglers zeroed, so you know, like 40% of the field zeroed. So practice, like I said, I noticed that the fish had moved, and so that kind of changed my game plan on Friday. A lot of the bait had moved, so when I got my boat draw and I was on boat 98, I knew that I wasn't going to run into Hot Springs Creek. I figured it'd be a zoo in there, so I picked some other areas to run to. I got to my first spot and someone was already there. So I had to change my game plan yet again and just kind of run around and go fish areas that I had caught fish previously and hope they were still there, and that someone hadn't already beat me there to that spot too. I mean, boat 98's a late boat draw, and it kind of sucks because Hamilton's a small lake. Someone's gonna be where you want to go. So it is what it is. I ended up finishing the season in 53rd, so I did not make regionals. I guess I'll just be going to the wild card, you know, no big deal. 100% my fault. I had the potential to have a really good year. I was on fish pretty much all year, with the exception of Dardanelle. I just fished poorly. So, you know, I'll take that blame on myself. 100% my fault. But yeah, that's that, guys. The fish that I caught in this tournament. Caught a bunch of stuff in practice. It didn't really matter what I was throwing. I was able to put fish in the boat doing it. And then tournament-wise, I caught 1 on a buzzbait and 2 on a shaky head. Everything on a Denali rod and a loose reel. But that's that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, again, please hit the subscribe button right down there along with the bell notification button so you get notified every single time I put out another video. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, get on the water, be safe, and go stick some lips.